Hey Deep Divers, welcome back to Deep Dive Disney. My name is Eric, and today we're going to be doing another first time viewing of a Disney film that I've never seen before. We're going to be watching 1948's So Dear to My Heart. I know nothing. I don't know anything about this one. The only thing I know about this is that Burl Ives is in it, and we just watched Summer Magic with him, and I enjoyed that. So let's keep the Burl Ives a-thon going. Not a-thon. The Burl Ives a Palooza. Burl Ives a Palooza. I like that. I'd go to that. And I happened to notice when I pulled up the movie to start getting ready to watch it that Clarence Ducky Nash is also credited. I don't know if he's playing himself. I don't know if this is an animation film hybrid like Song of the South. So I don't know if Donald is in this or not, but Clarence Ducky Nash is credited. So that's all I know. Burl Ives and him. That's all I know about this movie. And here we go. I should mention, I wasn't going to say this, but I should mention, I have a really bad lower back. I was in a car accident several years ago. So I took a hydrocodone earlier today. So I'm a little loopy-doo-dah. I don't know if I'm going to include that, but if I do, it explains why. I'm going to have to go back and watch it at the end and then be like, yeah, you look messed up, or you are talking like a crazy person, so you need to go in and put like the notice of like, hi, I'm on drugs. So yeah, they make me a little loopy, but they're allowing me to sit here and watch this right now. So let's come along. So come along and join. So come along and join me as we watch 1948's So Dear to My Heart. Oof, this already looks very old. Okay, Bobby Driscoll, I recognize his name. I think he's... Is he Jim Hawkins in the Treasure Island movie? I think he is. I'm going to have to look that up. Mary Blair. Okay, cartoon art. So this is a cartoon layout. Okay, so this is a hybrid movie. I had no idea. Now I'm excited more. I mean, yeah. Milk Call. Yeah, lots of familiar names as usual with Disney movies of the time.
The greatest wealth a man may acquire is the wisdom he gains from living.
I am broke. I'm just realizing, I hope this isn't a compilation film or like a Make Mine Music, or where it's almost all music and I have to silence all of it. And you basically just watching me do this for an hour and a half. Oh, is this the Ice Skaters? Have I seen this before? Maybe not in film form, but chopped up and used in various compilations. Maybe not. Nope. Okay. I thought it was the old timey ice skaters with the rabbits that follow them. I thought that was. I think that's Make Mine Music, isn't it? Oh, MacArthur Park. Anybody get that? Oof! This would not work today. Little kids would be like, "I'm out. I am completely out already." They are really showing off with that camera work as far as the 3D kind of the multiplane camera. Okay, so we are getting a plot. Okay, good. So we'll keep going.
Just the way it was.
You ever watch a movie and you're like, thank God I didn't live then? I'm doing that right now. Yes, that is Bobby Driscoll, and that is the kid from Treasure Island. And that, I guess, was Burl Ives. I didn't get a good look at him. He died really, really young, didn't he, Bobby Driscoll? Like, I think, OD'd at like 18 or 19 years old, I think. It's a sad story. Let's watch this heartwarming Disney movie now. Sorry. Wow, he looks like the skipper from Gilligan's Island, whose name I can't think of right now.
I could hardly believe my eyes. Dan Patch, himself. The greatest racehorse in the world.
Oh, it's the horse, not the person.
He wants your apple.
Yeah, he does.
All right, he can have it.
And I couldn't help thinking how wonderful it'd be to own a horse like him.
City folks been paying as much as 50 cents for just a single hair out of his tail.
My goodness. Know what? What? I'm gonna give me a colt race.
I'm thinking, so I'll do this.
Oh, it's gone to his tail.
God, Burlives really looks like my dad in this movie. It's kind of weird. I guess my dad looks like the skipper from Gilligan's Island.
Huh. What with? I knew my chances were pretty slim.
Reckon the lambs were born yet?
The lambs will be born in the Lord's good time. Well, I reckon. As long as you're so wide awake and full of ginger.
Full of ginger. I like
Put
that.
on your boots.
The set is so detailed. Like, there's just so many little nooks and crannies to it. There's so much going on.
3 brand new ones. Fetch me that pitchfork.
You must take Milky White to market. Eee, he looks a little obsessed there.
Look, Granny. He ain't a bit afraid. You hungry, little fella? This little fella's hungry, too.
Oh.
Help me hold her, Granny.
Oh my God.
What's the matter with you, you fool sheep?
Oh, sometimes they're like that. With twins. Especially when one of them's black. Maybe she'll take him after we get out of here when she can't see that he's black.
But, Granny, suppose she don't.
Well, that's in the hands of the Lord. He knoweth every sparrow that falleth.
That sparrow's about to falleth. Falleth right out of that barneth.
You'd better take it in by the fire.
You mean I can...
I mean that you can get it warm before you take it back out where it belongs.
Oh. Continuity.
Besides, it's black. I don't fancy black wool. Oh, he'll grow up to be underfoot. I know the nature of them black sheep.
You wouldn't be bad, would you, boy?
Might
There
as
feels
well
like there's
warm
just
his
so much
insides
underlying
too.
racism already. It's horrible.
Hasn't he got a cute little face?
Wicked little face, if you ask me.
It's black. It's wicked. We get it. Screw you, Dan Patch. Okay, so I was gonna say I recognized this lamb, and I thought I recognized this owl, so this is where the animation starts.
Your feet on the ground. Come over here, Danny, and we'll take a look. Maybe get some help from the wisdom book.
Oh great, he speaks in
Just because you're
rhyme.
a little old sheep don't mean you can't get to the top of the heap. Yes, sir. It's what you do with.
I've never heard this song before. It's crazy that there's all these Disney songs I've never heard before. This song is adorable. How have I never heard this? The harmonies in this are so great. I love this kind of music. And you can't hear it. Ha ha ha. Oh, what a fun way of watching the seasons change, or the months change. Oh, wow. That's crazy. That was great. Danny.
You ornery critter. That's the last damage you're gonna do.
Jeez. Here, barefoot child. Use this giant saw. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yes, sir, and as judge of this county fair, it's not only my privilege and honor, but my bound and duty to present you with the grand champion, blue ribbon, and the cash award.
Thank you, Judge.
I hope Burr Lives was actually like really wonderful with kids and kind of actually like this, because this is the second thing I've seen him in where he's like that, and I almost don't want to research anything about him because I don't want to find out that he like was awful or something. Alan Hale Jr. Oh, it's been bothering me for so long. Alan Hale Jr., the skipper on Gilligan's Island. I knew he was a junior, and I kept saying Ed Begley Jr. in my head, and I knew that wasn't right, so I didn't want to say it. Alan Hale Jr. Okay, now I can enjoy the movie more. Score is great. It's sad to me that like all these old Hollywood scores that are so great, and there's just no this is it. Like, there's no kind of way to get them or hear them in full.
Do you hear me? Jeremiah.
He's gone. Yep. Oh, is he sleeping in the barn? Aw.
Granny Kincaid made a vow to get rid of that lamb. She didn't know how. She changed her mind by happenstance. Wanna give that black lamb one more chance.
Thank you for singing an update for us.
Lavender's blue.
Dilly dilly. Oh! There's a reference in the Colors song that I think Ludwig von Drake sings when it's the first episode of The Wonderful World of Disney where they were broadcasting in color for the first time. And there's the Color song. And at the end, he says something about whatever happened to lavender blue, dilly dilly, dilly dilly. And I never knew what that was a reference to. I figured it was just a reference from the time period, but it's from this. Who knew? I didn't know. Connect the dots. Connect the Disney dots. He's so charming. He's just so warm and kind. I said that during the last one, too.
You know, the last time that I heard a merry-go-round was at the county fair. You know something, Granny?
I know we ain't going to no county fair, if that's what all this rigmarole is leading up to.
Well, it was just an idea. Maybe I shouldn't brought it
They're
up in the
going.
first place.
They're absolutely going.
You ain't no spring chicken, Granny.
I'll
Yo.
live to dance on your grave.
Whoa!
I'm afraid,
This took a
Granny,
turn.
that your dancing days are over.
Right hands crossed, how do you do? Left hand back and how are you?
White people.
Take your
Ooh, that was a weird shot.
Get to your feet and dance or eat them words and eat them proper.
You're as spry as a chickadee.
Oh, I don't like that
Hey,
shot.
get out and dance anybody at the county fair.
The Kincaids never spend money they ain't got. And we've no way to get it, so just best forget the whole thing.
Good Lord. Well, Farmers' Trusts and Savings was like, just, they were there to motivate you.
Hey.
Oh.
Hey there.
Stick-to-itivity. That feels like a Sherman Brothers word, but this isn't. It can't be. It's too early.
Now, don't think Columbus was the only one who did what folks said couldn't be done. So when folks say tain't no use, remember Robert Bruce.
It's very weird that we're just having a random history lesson in the middle of this movie. That's a Scottish spider. If you ever get the chance to go to Scotland, go. It's an incredible place. Wow, we are taking a full diversion from the plot of this movie. And this movie's only 82 minutes long, so it's a very slight film. Slight plot, slight. I thought for sure one of those sheep was going to turn black and, like, wink at him. Oh, well. Missed opportunity.
Now, there's an idea for you, Jeremiah. You want to get rich quick? Go out and find yourself a wild bee tree. Pay you 10 cents a pound, cash money. Why, just
That seems
find a bee,
ill-advised.
follow him home.
You're telling a child to go, like, oh my god.
Don't care how you waste that boy's time, do you? What's
It's a
time
wonder there are
for?
people left, that we all just didn't kill each other or ourselves.
Watch which way he goes. Come on.
If they my girl this kid, I'm going to be really upset.
He's headed for the swamp. Well, we can't go in there.
Because it's a matte painting. Nevermore. Jeez. They're like really making these kids do this.
What's that?
The Haunted Mansion. I'm still baffled that they've just sent these children into the woods. You're going to the fair, kid.
There it is. Where? That old cottonwood tree.
Before we get this load to town.
Again, a musical catch-up. Here's what's happening, because we don't want to tell you it.
Look what we got, Mr. Grundy.
All that honey out of one tree.
Well, the town is sure buzzing about that honey. I hate myself.
22.
Thank you, Mr. Grundy.
I'm going to go buy a house.
Have you seen Tildy?
What's wrong?
I've been tramping them woods for an hour and calling till I'm hoarse as a rain crow. Goodness gracious, child, you had me that worried. Well, let's get her home right away and into some dry things before she gets a chill.
What about Jeremiah?
Jeremiah can take care of himself.
He's 7. Yeah, well, you were saying, Granny? 7 past 9? We should have been asleep 3 hours ago. Out of Anatevka.
Maybe he's snuggled up under the roots of a big old tree. All you can do is just hope for the best, but be prepared for whatever happens.
Oh, God.
But you don't love that lamb anymore. What you love is blue ribbons and cash awards. That's all you're thinking about. Things that are vain, things of this world.
Jeez.
You ain't thinking of that, lamb. You're just thinking about yourself.
Good Lord. Way to just pile it on. Put on some shoes. How do you prep a kid for that? Like, there's no, I mean, this kid is, you know, he's a young actor, so he's probably lived in California or has been there for a while, whatever. So how do you prep a kid and be like, by the way, you're going to be running through the woods barefoot for days? Oof.
What's the matter, Tildy?
He said he wasn't going to the fair.
Why not?
Because Granny guilted him out of it.
Tell me, he just said God.
Nice. Real nice.
You don't figure to go?
Promised God if he let me find him, I wouldn't take him to the fair.
It happened that I made a promise too. I promised God that if he did let you find him, that we would go to the fair. Forgive me, Lord.
Oh, so you lied.
Meant to tell you before. Had it in the back of my mind all the time.
And absolve yourself. Oh my Lord, this movie is all over the place. Like, it started off that we were watching him kind of, I guess, imagine what, but now it's just happening on its own. It's like the book is coming to life. Or the postcards. The postcards are coming to life. Ooh. That's fun. That's another fun song. A little all dapper.
Where in the name of time is Hiram with that neat's foot oil?
Well, here it is.
Took you long enough.
You're
Now
welcome.
It's too late.
What do I do, Uncle Hiram? When I get in the ring, I mean.
Well, I'll tell you.
You might have discussed that beforehand.
Thing you're in.
It's all right, boy.
Walk out of Kincaid. Come on. There you go.
It's what you do with what you've got that counts. This little lamb is a champion in every sense of the word. That to be awarded the breeder a special prize,
Wow.
which we have not given in 4 years.
Instead of National Velvet, it's National Wool.
We got a prize lamb here that won the special award.
And everything's up to date in Kansas City. Is that it? Sure feels like it. No. Okay. Oh, yeah, it sure was. Wow. Okay. So it's just that's it. Wow. Okay. Let's talk about it. Well, it really didn't. It just kind of, it was a short story that felt expanded and beefed up into a full-length film. Yeah, it's very slight. There's there's not a lot of meat to it. There's not a lot of really anything to it. Um, I could have gone my whole life probably without seeing this. It was fine. Like I didn't dislike it, but like it's kind of one of those instantly forgettable movies. Like there's nothing about it that kind of stood out and was like, oh wow. I mean, the performances were fine. The songs were quaint and cute. The setting and the design of the movie was fine, but there just really wasn't any meat to it. So much time was spent focusing on the misbehavings of the lamb or the problems with it, rather than showing him like trying to work with him or trying to obviously he loved the lamb and whatnot, but like they didn't show him putting any kind of real work into it. So that kind of, there was not a whole lot of payoff at the end of like, look what I did. Yeah, I mean, it was fine. It was fine. I wouldn't necessarily seek this one out if you haven't seen it. It was interesting to see where some of the references I've heard have come from, like the lavender dilly dilly thing. But otherwise, fine. Kind of a big meh as far as the movie goes, because there just wasn't anything to it. Oh, I wanted to see who the granny was and see if she's got any other Disney connections. Beulah Bondi. Well, that's the only film I have with her in it. Oh, she's in It's a Wonderful Life. She's Mrs. Bailey. She's his mother. She worked with Jimmy Stewart a lot. She was on the Jimmy Stewart Show. She's in that, and she was in Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. Wow. So Clarence Nash is listed as vocal sound effects. So he was probably just making animal noises. Not, I mean, aside from Burl Ives and Bobby Driscoll, I'd never really heard of and didn't really recognize anyone else in this. So that was so dear to my heart. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to watch this again. It was fine. It was just kind of a big nothing. But if it's on, sure, why not? What an endorsement, right? If it's on, I mean, if the remote's too far to reach, you won't want to kill yourself if you watch it. What a fun review that was. Yeah, it was meh. That's the best way I can put it. Meh. Well, that was so near to my heart. So dear to my heart. I keep saying near. Well, that was so dear to my heart. So dear to my heart. Well, thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe. We'll be having more content coming out soon. And thanks so much for joining me. See you real soon.